Hello everyone, this is Shahin NAJDİ from RedlineMotivation. Welcome back to our podcast. Today we have a special guest, Ali DAVARANİ, one of my best friends. Ali, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Ali DAVARANİ. I'm the second year of physical therapy student, and thank you for having me, Shahin.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to having you here.
Yes. And I hope you guys enjoy this podcast and it will be useful for you.
Well, welcome Ali again.
Thank you.
Today we're gonna talk about feelings, certain feelings that we have and we observe when we were born till now, and we're gonna use it till we die. I guess we all have these feelings because it's a common thing between humans, and it's normal thing to have these kind of feelings. Well, we decided to talk about this kind of feelings today. What are these feelings? When we use these feelings, and how can we use them, and how they work on our body and ourselves. Well, Ali, the first thing that I want to ask you, what is feeling?
The feeling is I don't know how to describe it. I think we all know that, the feeling is something that you feel inside yourself, and you cannot avoid it. You have to feel it. You have to
That's right.
feel it.
Yeah, you don't have any definition for a feeling because it's something that your spirit will feel.
Yes, you have to, feel it. I don't know. I really don't know another word to say for that.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, feelings. Do you know how many feelings we have? What kind of feelings do we have? I guess you have
We have
experience.
a lot, actually.
Yeah.
We have a lot of feelings.
What is the common ones?
I think the common one is fear, stress, maybe depression. These are the common ones in our world
Yes.
right now, especially the depression, I guess.
That's right, because
What do you think about it?
for me, I believe we have feel of fear, being afraid, being cheated on, feel of happiness, sadness,
Sadness, yeah.
depression, pain, joy. What else can I say? Success,
It's also happiness,
selfiness. There is a lot of
being
feelings.
proud of yourself.
Being
and
proud of yourself, but we can divide these feelings into two groups: the negative one and the positive one.
Mhm.
Well, depression, we can put it in the negative one.
Well, actually, I don't feel it that way. I think all the feelings that we have is necessary for us, because during the evolution process of the human, these feelings got selected by the nature that we need these feelings. We call them negative feelings and positive feelings, but actually, for avoiding the bad feelings that we say in common sense, there's nothing that we should avoid. There's something that our body is telling us. When you're depressed, your body is telling you that something is wrong, and you have to fix it. When you're afraid of something, when you fear something, your body is telling you that you're in danger, and you have to protect yourself. Without these feelings, we are nothing, and we cannot survive, I guess.
That's the best definition that I've ever heard about the feelings and the stage of feelings that we have. Well, that's true. Actually, we label words and we label things that which are negative or positive. For example, depression might be positive for you and negative for me. That's why we label these things. Well, what do you think about feel of depression? What causes this feeling?
I think that feeling depressed is because there's several reasons for feeling depressed. But I think the main thing that is happening in our generation and our era is that our connection between the nature is just cut off. Okay, and if you just go in a wild and spend 2 days in a wild, you don't just try it, Shahin, really. You don't feel any depression. It's like coming back to life again, really. and we are just sitting at our home and just surrounded by the walls, and there is no green like trees and stuff. And I think the main reason of the depression of our generation is that we're just sitting and just using the technology, like, you know, social media and stuff, and not connected to the nature.
Don't you think this was planned, like to control us?
No, bro, it's like the conspiracy theory and stuff. Yeah?
Yes, I believe that we should go to the nature, go
Mhm.
out there, start thinking. I believe if you start thinking, you can fly. That's why they're trying to cut our wings to don't fly and think. So we think that we are limited in this social media. We should share our things, share our feelings. Uh, Somehow we are connected to this social media, and it's
Yes.
involved in our normal life. For example, if you don't have your phone for a day, you feel there is something missing. That's why you don't feel safe and you don't feel comfortable. You keep telling yourself, okay, I have to call my friend, I have to text someone, I have to post something, I have to take a picture from something. That's why you keep forgetting that where are you living now. You forget the real feelings that you're experiencing in this life, because I believe we are energy, we are souls in a shape of humans. This is only a physical body, but the spiritual thing is somewhere else, and we are just controlling this body. As you can see, some of our movements is unconscious. You don't decide to what to do and what to say. Sometimes when you're sad or when you're mad, you might say some words that you don't want to say. After the argument is finished, you will realize that you said something that you didn't want, and you're regretting it. That's why I feel some of our movements, some of our talks, some of our feelings are controlled and is planned to be like this. But it sometimes is hard to control these feelings and thoughts and how can I say, our conscious mind to use them properly. That's why you're right. If we go to the nature and start thinking and connecting ourselves to this world, it might affect our feelings and our depression, especially our spiritual thoughts and feeling and experience. But it's hard now
It's really hard, man.
to
It's
get
really-
out of this matrix.
Yes, it's really hard because we are addicted to our phones, and you know the dopamine release that the phone makes your brain that you like, that you have, and you get addicted to that and attached to that feeling, and it's not a good thing because you are getting used to the high dopamine release in your brain, and the lower stuff like going into the nature and walk is not going to be like satisfy you at all.
That's why we are obsessed with our social media.
Yes.
To the people who are living in the social media, to the people that we are following in the social media. But I found out something, that social media is fake life. Maybe some people are suffering from certain things, but they're posting that they have a happy, best, and satisfying life, but they don't. But I believe in this era, the most feeling that we're experiencing is the feel of fear. Because fear is something that stops us from everything. This feel of fear will let us to lose our energy for nothing, because we think there is something when there is not. We feel if you do something, some certain things will happen, but it wouldn't happen. We have our feel of fear in everywhere. When we were going to school, you had that fear, if I arrive late, will teacher let me in? Okay, when you pass this stage, you have that fear of your homeworks. If I don't do my homework, teacher will kick me out. We have this fear everywhere, in school, in society, in family, in friendship, in relationship, in love. That's why we give our feelings, how can I say? We don't give our feelings and our love unconditionally. We say, if I do this for you, you have to do this for me. If I give this to you, you have to give this to me. You have to give this to me. It's not something that you choose.
Well, I think fear is not a bad thing, because back in the days, you must have fear to escape from a leopard and from some wild animals that might eat you. But now, it's like fear is something that's when you feel unsuccessful, when your future is in danger. When you, for example, if you say that I'm afraid of not passing this test, that's you feel the fear because your future is in danger. You yourself think that your future is in danger, and that's why you feel that fear. When you're in a relationship and you fear to lose somebody, is that because you think that you cannot find your mate and find your friend to continue with, and your brain is telling you that you're a loser. That's the reason that you have fear, I think, and it's not a bad thing. But the thing is that you must learn how to control it, and how to differentiate between the real fears and the fake ones.
But I believe fearless people, they do everything they want without fear.
There is nothing such as a fearless person.
I know. But if you be fearless, you'll experience new things. When you experience new things, there's two consequences. You get successful, you success and learn something, and you will lose and you will learn something. That's why I feel fearless people, they can get whatever they want, because there is two only consequences. One is you get the thing that you want, one you lose it and you learn and you try your best to do it again. For example, there was an experience that scientists did. There was like 5-10 people. They attacked a group of lions.
Really?
with a naked hand.
Wow.
And the lions, they ran away. They were like, what is going on here?
But what happened if the lion attacked back? They're all dead.
They truly believe that they have the power. That's why they attack the lions.
Bro,
I don't know if it's true or not.
That's an animal, you know.
I know.
Maybe it attack you back, like you're gonna die. And I believe that fear, to some extent, is necessary for our lives. That's because I don't attack a lion, and a lion might eat me, and it helps you to move on life and have more generations and, like, you know, have this.
Have you ever heard like you have fear of something and happen to you?
Yeah.
For example, some people, they fear to get sick and they get sick. They have that fear to lose someone and they lost that person.
Actually, I don't feel of getting sick, but I always get sick. I don't think there's a relevance between these. Like,
Yes.
I don't think the fearing of getting sick or something that makes you get sick. I don't know. Maybe it does.
Yes, but this fear will limit us. This is the thing that I believe will limit us from the things that we can do, but we have that fear. We're scared of to do that thing, and we don't do it.
That's the thing that I said. The bad fears and the good fears. You have to differentiate between these two. Like, if this fear is good for my future and the thing that I'm doing, so it's a good fear, and I have to appreciate it. But the bad fear, like if you're just staying at home and just don't want to communicate with anybody and just going outside, that's a bad fear. You know, you have to differentiate between this. And I think the fearless person that you said is that a person that can differentiate between these fears and choose the one that's good for them. I think that's it.
That's right. Okay, what do you feel? What do you think about feel of love?
Man, that's so complicated.
How can you define a person is in love or not, or they have feelings? Not only about the relationship.
You know, we human beings are like friendly creatures, you know, with our friends, with our partners, whoever. We are friendly. And I think that these hormonal changes that in your brain is happening is the feeling of love. And after a while, it's going to disappear and just fade away.
Do you think that it might disappear and fade away?
Yeah.
Are you sure about it?
No, I'm not sure. I just believe it.
I think love is the strongest feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Love is the strongest feel. Love is a strong feel. Love is a strong feeling which motivate us to reach and get things that we want. Not only in relationship, not only in friendship, not only in real life, but this love of, for example, studying, love of being a physiotherapist, love of being successful, love of learning. When you don't have that love, and if you don't do the thing with love, I think the taste of the thing that you'll get is not same as thing that you don't get it with love. For example, I think you hear that some people, they cook with love. So the taste of the food is different than the people who just did something for it. For example, in a relationship, if you both have the same love and same thoughts, which you share with each other, that will build a strong bind of relationship, even in your friendship. But there is some things that stop you to share this love purely. I experienced it, and I'm experiencing it now. I cannot share my love purely and without being afraid.
Love is something that you have to build it. It's not that just happen in once and just it's a fake love, I guess. If you are with your friend or your partner for a long time, and in this time your love is just increasing and you feel the bond every day, I think that's the bond and that's the love. And it is real because, as I said, we are friendly creatures, but it passes like and by passing the time, you have to build it. You don't. You shouldn't. You have to struggle for it. You have to go for it. You shouldn't have to just sit there and just with a glance you say, you are my best friend or you are my partner or whatever, and I love you. You cannot say that. That's passing away.
That's really true, because love is something that will get built after time, after passing time. You show something in your friendship or relationship, they show something in relationship or friendship that you find out, okay, it means that I love this person. Love means when you love someone more than yourself.
No.
Then you care more about them than you. I think that means love. When you care about something more than you care about yourself, it means you're in love with that thing. Because you care more about that. You give value to that. You give time, value, your wholeness to get to that simple and special thing, to build it, to make it more beautiful than you. I think that this is true because, like mothers, they want you to be better than them. Your family, your parents, your dad, or your mom, they want you to be better than them. That's why they love you. Because they love you, they want you to be better than them. I think this is also happens in your goals. When you love your goal more than yourself, you try to do whatever to get that thing. When you love your love of your life, your partner, you give them more value that you give to yourself. I think that is somehow wrong, because first you have to build yourself, um, love yourself first, find out and know yourself, learn yourself, then you can love someone else and give that attention and value to someone else. But first, it will start from you. You give that value to yourself, that love to yourself, that attention to yourself, that respect to yourself. Then you will give these things to someone else, which we call it love.
Exactly. I agree with you. But first, let's differentiate between the love of the mother and the child.
Someone else.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the child. And I think that's some kind of different things. But in the relationships that we have, I think first thing you have to value yourself. You have to make yourself strong mentally. And the first, if you don't value yourself enough, you cannot value someone else. Okay, you have to appreciate yourself, and after that, you say, okay, I'm a valuable person, and I can give value to the others. I think that's.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
About the feelings that we talked, do you think these feelings affect our physical body or our spiritual soul?
I think both. It affects our body because from head to toe we are just hormones are controlling us, and these feelings that is happening is that all the change of hormones, and of course it affects us physically, but and mentally, of course. Yeah.
But I believe it affects our spirit, because our spirit lives in our body gets involved.
I don't think so. I don't know, man. I'm not educated enough for that.
I don't know. I should do research about it.
Yeah, sure.
Because
but it's an interesting object, like
yes,
subject. Yeah.
Because if you don't have feelings, how can you define yourself as a human? You would be an animal. I think animals, they got feelings too, because they have souls.
They're also crying.
They're also crying. They also feel pain. They also feel sad. Like eagle, they're always alone.
Yeah.
They don't want someone to interrupt them. As if you can see an eagle with someone else, you should think, but you cannot see an eagle sitting next to someone else, to a next eagle. Eagles, they're always fly alone. So, what do you think about feel of sadness? Sadness and happiness.
Sadness, of course, it's about when you feel something bad. Yeah.
Sadness.
Like when you're depressed, you're sad. Like
No, it's not when you hear something bad. It means when you hear something that you don't want to hear.
yeah.
For example, I want to do something, but I cannot. Something will happen that I cannot do this. I feel sad. Or I failed my all subjects, which I studied for. I feel sad.
That's the reason that your body is telling you that you are not doing good. You are not doing good, and you have to be sad. And this sadness is like, it motivates you. As the example that you said just a minute ago.
I don't think sadness will motivate you.
It will. It will, bro. Like, if you fail your exam, I'm just talking for myself. I would say that, no, I have to do this. It's not, I'm not an idiot, and I have to pass this exam. And I'm going for it. And you work double. I think it's some kind of motivational thing to you.
For me, if I get sad and I should take a break and take myself somewhere else far from people, just think with myself and try find the solutions that what made me sad, and try to fix that problem, and try to break down the problem into small pieces and try to fix every single of it.
Bro, that's the improvement.
Yes.
That's the improvement. That's why I'm telling that it improves you. It makes you, you know.
But do you think nowadays people are more sad or happy?
I don't know, man. There are some places that people are really happy. There are some places that people are really sad. I cannot say about the people like how many are we, like 8 billion people?
For me, I believe that most people are sad. They're not happy. Because the world that we're living in is somehow bringing us down and remind us that we are missing something and we don't have something, or we're gonna lose something. The fear of dying or losing your parents or you losing your people that you love will make us more sad. The rules of living is a bit hard. That's why you feel sad.
I think the sadnesses that we have right now in most places are like shouldn't be. Like the feeling that you have when you think about the death of somebody in the future, you shouldn't think about it, man. You shouldn't. It was before us. Like everybody can think about that 100 years ago, today, or 100 years, like in the future. But the things that we are making, like you're eating, you can go to nature and walk. Your physical health is good. You're coming to the university. You're smart enough to study in your field. I think we should feel happy, bro.
Yes, we should feel happy and appreciate it. But it's good to appreciate it. It's good to feel happy about it. But I believe when you show some people that you're happy, they're trying to make you and remind you that you're not happy. And don't be happy. Why are you happy?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that it happened to you for sure.
Yeah.
It happened to all of us. These toxic people are more than good people. Because negativity in life is more strong than positivity in life.
100% agree with you.
Like bad people, we don't have any bad or good people. It depends on the situation. Sometimes they might be good with you for a reason. Sometimes they might be bad with you for a reason. Everybody is you. When you see someone, you're seeing yourself. That's why treat them like you treat yourself and you like to be treated. So, but the majority of people, they don't like you to be happy. When you see that you're happy, they might be, okay, why is he happy? Why I'm not happy?
I think it's the influence of the social media and
Yes.
like the news. The news is always like, if you look at the news, like out of 10 news, 9 of them is like negative news,
Bad news.
bad news. And
I think all of news are bad
Yeah.
news. I never hear the good news.
no. And they are feeling with your, and they are playing with your feeling of sadness, like, and you like it. You like it. Just try it, bro. It's like, if you go to, I'm talking about myself. If you go to like BBC News, and you start to just scroll down, like, and you like to hear the bad news.
You feel joy.
Yeah, you feel some kind of joy, of sadness, and they're using it.
That's why I'm telling you, the majority of people are sad and depressed because of certain things that is happening. But when you be sad and depressed, you don't have that time to think and build yourself. You don't have that motivation to start work on yourself. That's why it's somehow hard to control and get out of this
Yeah,
matrix.
It's
I sound like
Matrix,
Andrew Tate, you know?
No.
What color is your Bugatti?
Yeah, it's hard to get out of the matrix, as you said. But we have to try.
We have to try.
Yeah.
We have to think at least. Thinking is a powerful tool that we have, like maybe other other creature doesn't have it, but we have, at least we can think, we can
Exactly.
find the reality. But it's hard to find the reality because you don't know what is real and what is not. I cannot trust my eyes. I think you saw that the brain thingy. It showed you 4 lines, but when you count them, is 3 lines.
No, I didn't say it.
You didn't see it?
No. Where is it?
For example, they put 4 lines in front of you.
Mhm.
When you see, it's 4 lines, but when you try to count them, is 3 lines.
3 lines. Oh.
Yes.
You want to say that our brain is making mistakes and it's incomplete? Yeah.
I
agree with
cannot believe my brain is looking at you like this. You might look something different, but I cannot see you properly, because as you know, our eyes can see in a certain frequency. Our ears can hear something hertz, like between 20 to 250, something like that. That's why we cannot trust where are we and what we are doing. But as a reality, and physically and psychologically, if you want to see, logically, if you want to see the options that we have, with these options that we have, we can get into certain levels. That's why we should not be sad or depressed or quit.
We should do our
living.
best.
Yes, we should do our best. We should appreciate the things that we have now. Remind ourselves that, okay, if I'm sad, but on the other hand, I have positive things. I have good things. I'm beautiful. I'm smart. I have my family. If you count your good things, you will find out, how rich you are, how valuable you are. But the problem is, as I said, negativity in life is more powerful than positivity. We only see the negative things. For example, when you talk with someone, if they tell you good things 10 times and tell you one bad thing or bad word, you only remember the bad word. And you'll be like, what did you say? Why did you say that bad word to me? What did you mean? But if they say good things to you, it's something normal for you, and you just, maybe you don't do any reactions. That's why we cannot do anything about it, because it's our feelings, our spiritual, psychology, and mentally we were built like this. But at least we should remind ourselves that we have things. We have good feelings. We have feel of living. For example, you go for a walk. The weather starts to rain. There are 2 kind of mindsets. One will be like, I'm getting wet. But the other one will be like, oh, what a beautiful rain. What a beautiful sky. What a beautiful rainbow, for example.
Yeah, man, that's exactly you said. I totally agree with you. Like you said, we have to feel the life. Okay, this fear, this feeling of fear, this depression feeling that we have, this happiness feeling that we have. These are all life. If we do not feel fear, we cannot feel peace. If we do not feel sadness, we cannot feel happiness. We cannot differentiate between these two, and it's necessary for us to feel sad, to value the feeling of happiness.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's why we call it life.
Yeah.
And we should live our life, not live in the social media. We should live the real and reality life. The feel of love, feel of sad, feel of depression, feel of happiness, feel of everything is connected to each other. If I'm now in this room with you for the podcast, I feel joy. I might be sad after the podcast. I might be sad after 2 days. But that feeling, like after 20 years, I will sit and watch my podcast. I will see the people that I talked with. I'll feel proud of myself. Oh, I did good thing in my life. I loved and I put it value for these things, for the people.
I have good friends.
I had good friends.
Yeah.
Or still, we might be friends till 80, 70 years. But I want to live 60 years, not more than that. Yes, I think it's enough for today. Is there anything that you want to mention?
No.
Nothing extra?
No,
We hope you enjoyed today's podcast. We talked about feelings, that this room now is full of feelings. And wish you all success. Wish you good feelings for you guys. I hope you enjoy your life. Try to live a bit. Don't survive and don't be concerned about the problems that you have. Most of them will not happen. So just live. Feel the living life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment for us if there is something bad, if there is something good, and if there is something that you're interested in, you can tell us. We can do podcasts about it. Wish you success and happiness. Have a good day. Perfectiano.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah.